honest pluck, thou speaks the right. Merry wanderer of the night, of a hill, of a dale, of a bush, of a bright, of a park, of a pale, of a flood, of a fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere. Of a rock, of a bush, of a break, of a bright. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a fire. A neigh and bark, run, roar and burn, like horsehound dog left, fiery turn. So, don't distinguish it with making quite. I am that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, yeah, I am he that frights the ladies in the villagery. Let's start with a bit of history. So, Marlowe was the dapper. Everyone looked up to him. Around the playground he would swagger, flashing, knowing gutsy grins. He must have been the envy of the school. He really just seemed incredibly cool. But what generated awe was a marvellous talent, which dazzled dudes and damsels. See, Marlowe was a rapper. He could carve out verse on the canvas of life, rearrange verbs into badass rhymes. They were witty and clever, some shocking and gory. But now, Shakey P comes into the story. Now, Shakey was a youngin', a couple of years below. He hadn't had the chance to shine, hadn't had the chance to grow, but people observed. When he stood up in class to read out his work, he had a certain artfulness and feeling the words. His teachers were certain it purred from his core, and this was inferred in his termly reports. Now, Shakey had noticed Marlowe's playground superstardom, and would gaze with engrossment when he lashed out his bars in morning break. He would watch the way he peppered his syntax with assonant rhythms to rev up his listeners, with relevant discourse that tested the kids' thoughts, delivered with crisp force and elegant vernacular that captured every sentiment. And the more Shakey listened, the more he was dead impressed. Back home of a weekday evening, Shakey would sneak away as soon as dinner was eaten, and even if his maths or Latin had not been fully completed, he'd immerse himself deeply in the task of becoming a lyrical demon. Now, one of his teachers had said that to write good stuff, first you've got to do some reading. So he began to burrow through the fossils of humanity. Long before him, stories of great sacrifice and tragedy. He pretty soon began to be cocooned in this linguistic spree. His room was so rammed full of books, his parents couldn't bring his tea. Then, Shakey started writing. His pen careered across his pad and Shakey was excited. As school gave way to summer, Shakey blitzed his way through narratives. He tinkered with verse structure and he whisked up verbal tapestries of finely detailed nuance with dactylic textured grades. Within these heady days, Shakey ventured to a place of some other higher order. Yes, his calling niche was found. Then, suddenly the school bell rang. He was back in the playground. Tentative at first, Shakey plucked up to give loosely blocked miniature performances just outside the music block. At first a tiny few would watch, but soon enough the news had got around the school and pupils flocked. And Marlowe clocked his routine lost some numbers from his usual slot. Feathers ruffled, he discovered who was rivaling him and thundered over to where Shakey fluttered through his bars and interrupted. Enragedly, he then unleashed a torrent of uncalled for beef. Yo, Marlowe, right, chicken. My raps are swift, but you're just a wretch with no natural gifts. Your fussy rhymes and rapping shite. You're actually a toad-spotted maggot pie. Yo, Shakey P. I blaze it well. Well, you pray for the bell, because you are unfit for any place but hell. Who is this little horse and dwarf twig? You're just a spongy little brazen-faced boar pig. He's so young, he's probably never successfully undone a corset. Well, you're a notable coward. You're phony, so allow it. And the only times you've had sex is when you're alone in the shower. These bars on rats are just mixed up. You're a jarring, clapper-clawed pig nut. You little rat's bait, you're just a frothy flea. When you're older, you won't be better, you'll probably just copy me. This ain't a lottery, cause I'm the one here who knows how to drop properly. Your naughty philosophy ain't half as sophisticated. You cobble your style out of Marlowe's own innovations. You're a little baby, a milky schemed mate. Your mommy's waiting, run home, you lily-livered whey-faced. By this point, the crowd, with every sound, was cheering for who they thought had the soundest flows. Every person in range had paused to observe this wordy exchange of lyricists going head-to-head with their craft. The sixth form was glued. Even members of staff had paused in their duties to watch it unravel. What now is becoming an all-out rap battle. My bars play like treacle. Yours are just all about Satan and evil. You're boring, you're bobbing hell-hated measle. You're a yeasty weasel. Cause I can weave loads of different stories in one play. You just write one plot line and that's it. You're done for the day. Alright, alright. Well, here's an example you'll all want to follow. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Yeah, well done, Shakespeare. You just wrote the same word 3 times, fam. What? You lose your thesaurus? Here you go, but you can keep my one. And you know what? I think I'd be suspicious if I was your examiner. I know for a fact you've never travelled to Padua, Venice, Verona, Corfu. You've probably got your mom to write your plays for you. Now look, I got dreamy functions bound to scupper you, cause you're just a spleeny, arched-snouted marble news. I'm telling you kids, you better be gone. So wild, so young, they say never live long. You're a foolish mutt, a foolish Scot, and you should give up, you can't do this blood. Your plays are shit, you're a slavish twit, and if victory's close, I'm claiming it. Cause beauty star with your severity cuts the off from all posterity. So yeah, come step to me, but I bet you'll never be skilled with the verse to my level of dexterity. I got worthy patter that I sprinkle and disperse on my pearly platters. And you should learn from it, not curse, cause you get a surly bladder. A drivelling mystery and brimming with history of a dizzy-eyed giglet, a churlish flap dragon. You're an unmuzzled hedge pig, and if this is your best bits, it won't be contested, just where you should wedge it. And yeah, my tomorrow line is repetitive, and that's the whole point, but you clearly don't get it, kids. Perhaps you should check out Spark Notes or something. Let's face it, Marlowe, you're a one-hit wonder. I've stolen your thunder despite being younger. So for goodness sake, someone pluck us asunder. My music is the food of love, it's got the tools to smoulder. And I'm sorry to have to say this, cuz, but no one rates the Jew of Malta. I'm loath to be cheeky, but here's some free wisdom, bruv. Perhaps you should try writing something that's not about religious stuff. And your lyrics would get better if you cut back on the boastfulness. And remember that when it comes to English, I invented most of it. It's over, kid, we both know this. I tantalize emotion with a tortured ingenuity. I pour a tan imbue it deep with raucousness and soothing heat. I've got godlike understanding of the spectrum of this battered sea. I warm it up and eke it out and make it sing climactically. I know this might well anger thee, but mate, your tether's tied. Cause the G-spot of humanity you'll blatantly never find. You're a canker blossom mouse, fancy bottom mouse, there'll be a legend when your crap's forgotten. You rump-fed Bonnian, come now, come again, Shakey P with a lunchtime clubbering. They continued in this vein for the remaining minutes of break. And as they drew to the final seconds, the ravenous tremors started to tilt towards Shake. And as the bell screeched its authority through the frenzied air, Shakey P was declared Battle MC Extraordinaire to rapturous ovation. And while everyone still agreed that Marlowe was amazing, the prevailing view was that Shakey was even more gifted with masterful creation, an ability to tinker with each atom of the soul. And as Marlowe sloped dejectedly off to his afternoon lessons with the feeling of defeat still creaking in his bones, he had to agree that Shakey P was indeed in a league of his own. Thank you very much. That is the stories of Shakey P playing every day at the Caves at 1 PM. Rap retellings of Shakespeare plays, bringing Shakespeare and rap together. Thank you.